Saturday, September 18th, 7:38 a.m. She's driving me crazy. Someone needs to get her under control. I can't believe she actually went to the dredge and that she's planning on going back. Doesn't she understand why I called last night? Doesn't she realize she could get hurt or worse? And I can't believe she's going to make me wait to see what she found out yesterday. That's such a Sarah thing to do. Make me feel even more stuck than I felt before. It makes me furious when she holds out on me. She knows that. What I want to do is get my crutches and walk to her house. I tell her face to face to stop feeding me information with a spoon. What am I, a 2-year-old? And while I was at it, I tell her to stop being so reckless. It's the same thing all over again, only this time it will be her that gets hurt. Is it me, or am I starting to sound a lot like my dad? Sometimes I feel like Sarah is a lit match and I'm a stick of dynamite. Whatever it is that's drawing us together will eventually lead to an explosion. No, wait, that's not it. It's different. It's more like Sarah and I are polar opposites being pulled toward the same dangerous middle. Why can't we be drawn together by something safe, like raising a cow for the state fair? Why does everything have to be so dangerous? Saturday, September 18th, 8:15 a.m. Because a cow is a dull animal, and raising one would be a dull undertaking. Dangerous is more exciting. Saturday, September 18th, 8:35 a.m. The truth is I'm just mad because I can't stand it that she's having all the adventure and I'm stuck at home with the stupid cast and my meddling parents. She's my best friend and it's hard to be apart and to worry about her. And plus I miss her and I guess I'm lonely. I'm going online to figure out what an alchemist is. Saturday, September 18th, 8:55 a.m. I've got a lot of studying to do. Alchemy is deep and wide. Precious metals like gold and silver play an important part. Very interesting. Today I have to drive all the way into the city with my mom to see the doctor. He's on call on Saturday morning, so it worked out to have Mom drive me when she didn't have to work. We're leaving in half an hour, so I only had time to print out a chart I found. I'm sticking it in here. I need to send an email to Sarah too, so she can see this. He's going to let me out more, the doctor, I mean. I'm sure of it. Then I'll feel better. Then I can do more. I could be useful. I could look around town for the alchemist or the secret society. I could even go to the dredge if I wanted to. I've felt this way before. I know what's going on here. Sarah's dragging me back in. Again. Saturday, September 18th, 9:15 a.m. This is what I just wrote to her. Sarah, I'm out all day visiting the doctor, but I'll be back by 6 and I'll go straight to my room so I can see what you found. I wish you just told me. When I find things, I tell you right away. Why can't you do the same? I understand you want to show me, not tell me when you discover things, but it's frustrating from over here. I can get around better. I'm getting used to the walking. I'm slow and stairs are a problem, but I can definitely get out of the house. If you go to the dredge again, I want in. I'm not letting you go out there by yourself anymore. We have to stick together, even if it feels like the whole world is trying to keep us apart. Someone was sending us a message that night, but we didn't understand it. Do you remember the clanging sounds? Henry told me the workers used to bang on metal to tell each other things because the machinery was so loud. Those sounds that night, they were a question. Are you the alchemist? I found the attached file this morning at an alchemy website. I'm not sure what to make of it. Do you see it? Do you see the birdie? Let's stay together on this, okay? No more running around at night, alone in the woods. Ryan. And then I showed her the symbols. We have a minivan, which my dad hates and will not drive. I personally like minivans. If you ask me, they get a bad rap. I like that both rows of seats come out, and with the doors shut, a whole sofa fits in there. I can see what would be handy, and when we go on a long drive, there's room to roam. I don't have to sit in one place all the time. I'm restless, so I appreciate the options. Having a really long cast on my leg has given me a whole new reason to appreciate the spaciousness of this vehicle. Henry and my dad took the middle seats out, and I'm sitting all the way in the back. Plenty of room to rest my leg, and I can write in peace back here. The suspension on this van is really pretty good. A writer can tell. Saturday, September 18th, 1:15 p.m. Okay, I'm alone in the examining room or whatever they call it. Since I didn't want to risk anyone seeing the journal, I'm writing this in a regular notebook. I'll paste these pages and the page from the van into the journal later. This was definitely a good idea because when I took the notebook out to write about the minivan, not exactly the most controversial of subjects, Mom kept looking in the rearview mirror. I could tell she wanted to know what I was writing. Maybe she was extra curious because she was the one who sneaked in and looked at my journal before. Maybe she was thinking she'd have to take a look at this new one soon. It's the pits, not being able to trust your own parents. Finally, while I was writing about the van suspension, she came right out and asked, "What are you writing there, Ryan?" "Just stories," I said. "Maybe I'll show them to you one day." "So you keep telling me." I pretend to joke with her. "Then you haven't read them?" I said lightly. Her tone was just as jokey. "Nope, too busy feeding Henry and sorting mail." "So I can trust you?" Then she got all serious. "It's like faith," she said. "You just have to believe. I can't prove it to you." This was, I think, a good answer. "Do you think Dad has read my stories?" I ventured. She met my eye briefly in the rearview mirror, then looked back to the road. "If he has, he's the biggest hypocrite in 3 counties. You know how he respects privacy. Worth its weight in gold, right?" "Right." We drove a little more in silence. I wondered what she was thinking, because the next thing she asked was, "Have you emailed Sarah?" I lied and told her I hadn't. "Trust goes both ways, you know," she said. I told her I knew. Being friends with Sarah makes me a liar. Why does everything have to be so complicated? Saturday, September 18th, 5:20 p.m. Driving home now. Mom is watching, but I'm too far back for her to be able to read anything. Everything went fine at the hospital. The doctor cut the hard cast off my leg and replaced it with one that straps on even tighter than plaster. He made me promise to keep it on unless I'm in the shower, and even there I have to sit down on a chair. I asked the doctor if I could keep the cast, and he said I could. I'm very excited to get home and surprise Henry with it. The doctor wants me to start walking around more, which is both good and bad since I'll probably be going to the dredge tonight. Good, because I'll have a little more mobility with a lighter leg brace. Bad, because I'm more likely to re-injure myself if I have a reason to run away. It's been a quiet drive home, and I've been thinking about everything. So much has piled up in the past couple of days. I haven't taken the time to try and piece it all together. I'm afraid of going back, especially at night. I don't want to see old Joe Bush come out of the black pond. What if he grabs me this time? Ever since I told Sarah I'd go with her, I've been thinking that he'll get me and drag me down into the water with him. What a nightmare. I feel certain everything is connected, like Sarah said. The dredge, my dad, the crossbones, the alchemist, the ghost of old Joe Bush, even Ranger Bonner. I'm starting to work on a theory I'll tell Sarah tonight. The worst thing I have to face is that the dredge really is haunted and that I probably have to go back there. I wonder if I'll drag my leg, and old Joe Bush will think I'm making fun of him. He won't like that. Saturday, September 18th, 7:10 p.m. There are too many people around. I can't risk checking the computer. I barely made it off the porch. Okay, I'll admit it. I'm hiding in the bathroom, so I can at least have time to write a few things down. I am dying to get to my room and hear from Sarah. I can only hope my mom and dad don't go up there, check my email, and see that Sarah has sent a video to watch. That would be a catastrophe. But they're pretty busy right now, so I think I'm okay. Henry and Dad caught 2 monster steelhead today and decided to have a fish feed on the front porch. I hate fish feeds. About 1 million neighbors have come over with potato salad, coleslaw, baked beans, and potato chips. I've been sitting on the gold couch for over an hour, suffering question after question about my accident. Nobody wants to come right out and ask what I was doing at the dredge, but I can tell they want to know. I can tell they have theories. Nobody mentions Sarah's name. All these neighbors who've seen us grow up together, not a single one. I know I can't stay in here forever, but it's the only place people will leave me alone. It's cooling down outside, but fish feed is a big deal in town, as dull as Skeleton Creek. No one's likely to leave until their teeth start chattering. There's an oppressive feeling of secrecy in the air, and it's intensified by the size of the crowd. When I was 5, Dad took me off on a fishing on the creek. He hooked a nice trout and handed me the rod. We dragged it home together, his big hand over mine on the reel. Then he took the fish off the hook and bashed its head against a rock until it was dead. I cried all the way home. I always throw all my fish back. After I catch them, I mean. I throw them back. I'd rather hold a fish under water after I catch it and let it pump its gills in my hand until it's ready to swim off. I talk to the fish I catch. Be careful now. I'm a nice fisherman, but the next guy might take you home and cook you. Tell your buddies. It makes me sad the way we kill things without any reason. Why beat the hell out of a wild trout when there's perfectly good canned tuna down at the store? Henry is having a poker party tonight. He was thrilled to have my old cast at his disposal and thanked me endlessly. Cards will probably go until about midnight, which means it won't be safe for me to leave the house for a long time. I need to tell Sarah. Gladys, the librarian, showed up at the fish feed with a bag of carrots. She came over a half hour ago and held one out to me. Eat one of these. It'll help you see trouble coming, she said. All I could sputter out was, yes, ma'am. I got the chills when she turned to go. I was thinking in terms of the alchemist diagram of 79. The floor in 7th, 4 past the 9 on door number 2 equals library attic. Enter through the alley door marked 213. Feel like she's involved, but how? Our park ranger Dale Bonner also showed up. It was strange to see him because I had to pretend I didn't know what he looked like. I actually went out of my way to ask my dad who he was. Luckily, he wasn't wearing a park ranger outfit or anything, so I didn't sound too out of it. He brought a frozen garden burger with him, and my dad dropped it on the grill like a hockey puck. The two of them talked quietly until Henry came over and gave Bonner a hard time. Those are made of dog food, Henry said. Did you know that? I hadn't heard. All three of them swigged their drinks and stared at the hockey puck on the grill. We just had our 4th player drop out. Care to play cards tonight? I'd be delighted. Bring one of those frozen frisbees. I have an idea. I could use one. Being new in town, Darrell had no idea that Henry might be duct taping the frozen garden burger to his forehead before the night is over. I feel a little sorry for him, and I also feel really strange that we're under the same roof. I think I'm going to tell my mom I'm tired. Maybe she'll let me go upstairs and lie down. There's enough noise that it'll make sense for my door to be closed. I just hope they won't realize it's also locked. Saturday, September 18th, 7:30 p.m. My clothes smell like fried fish, which makes me mad at Henry and Dad for going on a killing spree on the river today. You'd think grown men would know better. It doesn't seem like anyone's been in here. I mean, Dad's been with Henry and I've been with Mom. I should be safe. Plus, they assume there's no activity because I haven't been here. But Sarah sent me a new password. Finally, I'll get to see what she hinted at this morning. Ryan, nice detective work on the alchemist chart. Did you know 79 is the chemical element number for gold? I looked it up. I guess it should stand to reason that everything secret in this town would revolve around gold. Do you think there's a hidden stash of it somewhere? Sorry I've been mysterious about showing you this, but you're right, it has to be shown, not told. More talk in the video, especially about visiting the dredge. Password Lucy Wisterna. Sarah. I've heard that name, Lucy Wisterna, but I can't place it. Who is that? Peter Quint I knew, but Lucy, I knew I've heard that name before. I'll have to look it up later. Now I have to go watch a video. Please go watch it with me and meet me back here, sarahfincher.com, password Lucy Wisterna.